Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Um, this week I'm trying something different. Um, the footage that you're seeing up on the screen is a drawing session that I did a couple of weeks ago with Sam Ashley Art, and she's on Substack. I found her on Substack. Um, and she does free drawing sessions. So whenever I can come upon a free, drawing session, a Zoom session, I try to, participate because right now I was a member of members of quite a few Patreons. It was getting out of control, and honestly, I couldn't afford them, so I had to stop. I had to unsubscribe to the Patreons that I was a member of, and a few Substacks as well. So whenever I get a chance to do a free session, I'm all in. But anyway, this one, she had reference photos from a photographer, I guess a friend of hers. So he gave her permission to use his photos, but I'm not gonna post the photos because I don't have permission to post them on this video. But anyway, we're gonna be chatting about my art journey so far. And you know, this thing is not for the faint of heart, especially if you are creating content, being an artist and creating content at the same time. It is hard. It's not easy. Um, because you're trying to be consistent in your posting, but then you're like, I'm an artist. But unfortunately, in today's day and age and how our society is set up with so much social media that centers around people's livelihoods and careers and businesses, it's that everyone has to be a content creator in some form or fashion in order to be successful in their businesses, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you're working for yourself. Um, you have to create content to get out there. And I know there are some artists that would disagree with me, because I've seen a lot of information out there about, the complete opposite, how I became a successful artist without social media, but I think those instances are rare. But anyway, um, this past week was really a hard kind of mental week for me. I created a lot of sketchbook art because I'm trying to draw daily. And I did. This past week I drew something every single day. Um, but I've really been in a funk this past week. I've been frustrated, feeling stagnant. I'm really working hard towards my goal and towards my art, and wanting certain things to happen that are just not happening. And you know when we have no control over certain things, like when we think we have control over everything but we don't, and when we realize that we don't have control over certain things, that's what causes anxiety, is the lack of control over certain situations that we just don't have. Anyway, so my mind is just pretty much cluttered with things that I want to do, things that I need to do, doubts, negative self-talk, questioning my art, and even questioning my motives for creating this art platform. Um, it's questions like, you know, I, and it's not a bad thing to ask yourself questions. It's not a bad thing to kind of examine and look back and look at what you're doing. Of course, it's not. But allowing the negative self talk and the doubts, allowing all of those things to live in your head is not healthy. And, you know, that happens to me a lot. I ruminate a lot about things, and that's not very healthy. So this week was one of those weeks. Although I did manage to draw daily, I was very, very blah, and I'm still kind of not out of the funk yet, I'm gonna be honest. But I'm doing things, I'm planning my week ahead to sort of combat that. Why I find that when I sit down with my planner on Saturday or Sunday, I I write down everything that I need to do. I actually do them. It's like I really do need a list to organize my thoughts. Having a planner and organizing your content, scheduling your content or posts or whatever it is that you post, it planning out that, having some sort of content calendar, using a planner, writing it down is super helpful for me. So that is definitely something that I've done it a couple of weeks, but on and off, not consistently. And I do see the difference in my productivity when I plan everything out versus when I just freestyle it. Um, Planning it just takes a lot of the overwhelm out of the equation for me because I already know what I need to do and I stick to the plan and I execute everything. Um, so going back to what I was saying about questioning myself and questioning my art and my motives for creating art and creating these spaces on YouTube and Substack. Um, I sat down and asked myself, like, what is it that you want from this, out of this, Martine? What do you want out of this? And I think that would be helpful for those of you out there who are currently, this your art journeys are currently in flux, or you may feel stagnant, or you're just not sure anymore. You're feeling frustrated. Ask yourself, what is it that you want out of this art? What do you want to do? What do you want to say? What do you want? And what do you want to bring to the table? How do you want to serve? And that is, how do I want to serve? What do I want? That has been the $100 million question for me for many, many years. Figuring out how I want to serve, because I know that's what I'm supposed to be doing, is serving in some sort of way. And on a platform to an audience and teaching, um, bringing knowledge, um, and things like that. And when you're trying to figure stuff like that out, it's hard. It really is hard. So I had to sit down, and I haven't really even finished putting together my answer of what do I want out of this art journey. But that is one of my goals for the week, is to really figure that out. It's been a year, June 2023. It's been a little over a year. It was the date that I posted my first art video on this channel. Now, I've had this channel before. I'm not new to YouTube. I'm not new to social media or creating content. If you go beyond my art videos, you will see that I was reading tarot on this channel. I was doing sound healing on this channel, and I was also posting my podcast, Martine's Musings. So my channel was not an art channel originally. It was a tarot channel. It was a spiritual channel. It was, a healing channel. And I didn't leave any of that stuff behind, but I am taking a break from it. I have to be honest. But I've been feeling called and pulled to continue my light work. So I did start a new publication on Substack called Light Talk. But I've been so entrenched in my art that I can't give it the same attention that I'm giving to my art. So I'll find balance in that eventually. I know I will. But yeah, it's been a year since I've been posting art content on YouTube. But it's been longer since I've been creating art, obviously. While I love art and I love creating it, very often I want to give up sometimes, every day. Like, I question, am I supposed to be doing this? Because, like I said, my journey has taken me in many different directions, and I feel like I'm at a point where, like, now I'm tired, okay? Because for me, like, this is it. I can't start anything new again. I just won't do it. I just won't do it. It's tiring. It's exhausting. I'm older now. I'm 52 years old. I'm starting this art journey. I'm over 50. I'm a Gen Xer. Okay, still trying to find her thing. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. So here I am. What's next for me and the channel? Just really, really honing in, not niching down, but honing in on my strengths. Not necessarily what the algorithm likes, because actually I don't even know what it likes. And I try not to concern myself with that so much, with the analytics. I do pay attention to it, but I really try my best not to let it drive me. But, I want to focus on the type of art that I like creating, which is illustrations, mixed media illustrations, and paintings. I love mixed media illustrations. I love layering materials. So that is what I will focus on. Illustrations in my sketchbook and on paper, um, and acrylic painting. And also, what's next is a Skillshare class, guys. That's coming up soon. Um, and waiting for this Mercury retrograde season to be over at the end of the month so that I can launch my new art for sale on my website. And yes, I am waiting for Mercury retrograde to be over. Just because I don't post spiritual content on here anymore doesn't mean that I don't believe anymore in tarot and astrology and Reiki and all of those things, because those things, I'm a very much spiritual person. I understand how spirit and the universe play a part in everything that happens down here, as above, so below. I am a big believer of that. Anyway, so those are the things that are going on for me. Those are the things that are coming up. And just to touch upon what I said, like the art that I created this past week in my sketchbook, just regular, sketchbook drawings, nothing special. If you want to see what I create on a day-to-day basis, follow me on my Substack, Sketchbook Shenanigans, because that's where I post like my daily sketches and my newsletter, where, my weekly newsletter that I put out every Sunday, where I post up the gallery of photos of a week in my sketchbook or something like that, or where I post about like this week. Today, as a matter of fact, Sunday, I'm posting up a new um, newsletter where I'll be talking about creative ways to fill your sketchbook. So if you want to see that stuff, you can become a member, a free member or a paid member to my Substack, which is called my art Substack, which is called Sketchbook Shenanigans. My second publication over there is called Light Talk. And over there, I just have conversations, my thoughts on things, from a spiritual perspective. I posted a sound healing over there, and other things. So all of that information is going to be in the description box. So go on over to Substack and follow my newsletters over there. And if you become a paid member of Sketchbook Shenanigans, you get an art print sent to your address every month. And the print for August is posted over there. Yeah, so go on over to Substack and check out my platform over there. So I am going to leave this little voiceover here, and I think I'm almost finished with the sketch. Um, but anyway, I'll leave it here and I'll put in some music for the rest of the video. Thanks for listening. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.